Hey guys, and welcome as well as welcome back to my channel. I'm pretty excited for this video because this is my first one in a while for overhead angles on this channel. And so yeah, as you could tell from the title of the video, we are doing a budgeting setup for the foreseeable future. So this is the second time I'm making this type of video because I made something like this last year as well when I did my first attempt at coming back to budgeting. With that said, let me show you my categories for basically everything or almost everything.
I don't know.
Okay, so the reason why I'm saying almost everything is because I also have a challenges binder, but I'm trying to gauge what challenges I can do for myself. But you know what? I'll show it anyway. Because if there's extra ones that I can save up for, then sure. Or like challenges and all that stuff. All right, so the first one is my cash wallet. Basically, I was intentionally going to use my one of my purses, which is the long type, and I think it was in that video. But basically, I remembered that I had this laying around somewhere, and I was like, wait a minute, let me look for it. Because if you guys didn't know, we're planning on moving soon. So I started packing up a lot of my like knickknacks, and because I wasn't budgeting anytime soon, this one I decided to like put away as well until I had to open one of the boxes because I remembered which box it was in. I was like, wait a minute, where is it? And so I found it. So it is the Moterm A7 binder in lilac, lavender. I don't know what shade it was, but anyways, I don't have a lot of categories on here. I only have 4 to be exact, which is eating out, for babies, gas, and sell. I actually recently made these envelopes because the concept of this is the front part, it's basically an opaque envelope. The front side is a vellum paper with like the category name and the patterned paper in the back. So yeah, I really like this. I don't know why this was my first time making this because I have this kind of envelope already made before, but it was more just the clear one because I didn't have vellum in here. It was just a category in the front and then the paper in the back. Don't know why it took me that long to make one for myself. And then in the back here, I have 2 Ziploc baggies, which is for coins and receipts. Yes, there is a section here specifically for coins, but where's the fun in that when you can't see the coins, you know? Anyways, that is that for the wallet that I'll be carrying around everywhere. Next up is a returning binder that I did retire a while ago, but it is the A6 binders where it's like the colored one versus the transparent ones that I've been using in the last couple of years. And I used to use this for my challenges binder, but I recently resurrected it because it is now my IOU binder, which is basically for my debts. So the categories in here is AZ. So this is my sister who helped a lot during the time I lost my job, and it is now time to pay my dues, you know? So there's that. I have student loans here. I don't have a big amount of student loans right now, but I do want to pay that off, like at least ideally at the end of the year, if not early next year. Before my timeline is my birthday, so April. Hopefully I do pay that off. Taxes. So this year was my first time paying, during tax return season. It was my first time actually paying. And I'm not sure if I'll be doing that again next year. So I hope to start paying, like saving up for that. So yeah. Next up is Visa. So this is my bank like credit card, and then Walmart is my Walmart MasterCard. And yeah, so that is that for my IOU binder. So next up is the Cameo we saw earlier, which is my savings binder. So the categories in here are adventures. So this is my travel stuff. So if I have anything, so this is for accommodations, the flight itself, and I guess other excursions. Emergency is, well, self-explanatory in case of any emergency. Moving out, so this one is a category that has been, I mean, the idea in it was like it fell through a few times already because the 3 of us that were planning on moving in together, we've all been kind of like, we're all dealing with like our personal things right now. So we were just like, you know what, let's just loosely start saving now. And so here we are as Sylvette Design. So this is the Etsy store. I don't know when I'll be able to bring it back, to be fair, but I do want to bring it back before the year ends, because ideally we move out by then because it is the latter half of the year and we've been planning on moving out since February. But my mom went back to the Philippines for the entire month of February and half of March. And then we've had horrible weather conditions here where it's just been snowing in the first half of my mom coming back. So that was like April, May. And then June, July, it's just been like very stormy and rainy. So the weather is just against us recently. So yeah, and so we don't know, because they're planning on doing some renovations for this house right now. And then we're moving out for that. But yeah, and then for vehicles, so this is for like, well, the car for any maintenance that he needs. And that is that for a savings. So next up are my sinking funds. And yes, you can potentially see the funds that is peeping out, but I will explain. So sinking funds, if you guys didn't know, are what I call my short-term savings, while my savings is my long-term ones. So there will be a lot of rotating categories in here. And I also decided to bring back some of my cuter envelopes, because my old sinking funds envelopes actually looked like this. Like they were vellum types. But I said, wait, where are my peekaboo envelopes? And so I found some of them. Yay! First one is camera, because I'm saving up for a smaller camera. A camera I'm currently using, which is the Canon EOS M50. I'm filming with my phone right now. This one is significantly like more like portable than my old one, which is another Canon. I forgot the name of that camera, but it's still a little bit bulky with the lens. So one of my friends is using those popular vlogging cameras right now, the DJI Osmo Pocket series cameras, and I'm hoping to save up for one of that because it's so much smaller but still shoots in like 4K and all that stuff. So I'm like, wait, and it makes vlogging a lot easier, 100%. So I'm planning on saving up for that, and that's why there's a few funds here already, because I started loosely putting money in. Yes, it's not a lot, mind you. It's like only what, $25 in here. All right, next up is conventions. So this one ties into two types of conventions. So the conventions I'm basically saving up for this one are the card shows I've been going to lately, especially because that's more often than actual anime conventions, which I go to every year. Yeah, so that's for these. Electronics also has some funds in here. A good $15, because this one is for my PC, because I'm going to be saving up now seriously for a new computer because I need it. And then games is for, well, games. Gifts is for, well, every type of gift, to be fair. Hobbies, this is for my manga stuff as well as my figurines, I would say. So the card and cards as well, because if you guys didn't know, I've been recently getting into Pokemon cards, and that is for this guy right here. Household is for anything I purchase for the house. And then lifestyle, actually no, this is where for the lifestyle, I would say are where the books are, the books that I read, as well as like potentially some like fitness things that I'll be buying in the future, and a lot of other things. I don't know. Future me will deal with that. Whatever she buys, that will take from this. But yes, so that is that for my sinking funds. Come on now, buddy. And then I do have this guy right here as well, which is my challenges binder. And this one, I've also been loosely working on a few things here already. So the first page, as you can see, has been somewhat filled out. So this is my savings challenge. So this is for any change that I managed to get. And most of the money that will be coming from here will mostly be coming from here when I have my change, when I do my unstuffing for my cash wallet. And so yeah, I currently have, let's see here. So it is from 5 cents to $5. So I currently have $5 plus $4.95 plus 4.9 plus $1.25. So I currently have $16.10 in here right now, so not bad. So the challenges, this might increase maybe, but ideally these are what I'm starting with, and if I decide to add more challenges in the future, that's great. But for now, we are recycling our old challenges. So we have here our $5 challenge, which has, I believe, $150, because per line, basically per line here is $50. I have my $10 savings challenge here, which is $300. And then the $500 savings, which is basically $10, save up $10 and make it to 500. There is one more challenge that isn't on here, and that is my 26-week challenge. So you guys are probably familiar with these as well if you are old viewers of mine, but these are actually my 52-week envelopes. But because we are half of the year in, I decided to cut the envelopes in half as well and start with 26 weeks instead, as a way to kind of ease into the challenges. So if you guys didn't also know what the 52-week challenge is, it is basically, well, 52 weeks. And there's an envelope, or wherever you're storing the funds, is you are stuffing the amount that is in the week. So let's say I have these first 4 envelopes. So I stuff $1 in here. I stuff $2, $3, and $4 up until the last, which is normally 52 weeks, but in this case it is 26. This could still be a year-long challenge for me, but I did want to make it even and start this type of challenge in the year. So because we're in half of the year, I said, you know what, I'll do half of the 52-week challenge. And that is it. But with that said, that is that for this video. I'm so excited to finally show this to you guys, because this is, I believe, if my planning is correct, this is the last video I will be filming before any of the cash stuffing videos. So pretty excited for this one now. There is going to be a few changes from what originally planned. And so hopefully in August, I will actually be stuffing what I'm supposed to be stuffing now. So yeah, that said, thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe to my channel for more budgeting related videos, and remember to keep on shining. Bye bye.